Okay, Butterfly Kisses team meeting. I don't know what month we're in. August 2021. So our incentive is called Choose to Cruise, and I earned last year's trip. Carly under me also learned last year's trip from our entire group. That was it from just Butterfly Kisses under. So I wanted to I always look at the incentives of how can I earn them with not necessarily the least amount of work, but the least amount of brain effort to figure out what do I really need to do. Because staying on task for myself, being, you all know I have ADHD at this point, is not an easy task, period. So I finally, yesterday, looked at the how to earn. And when you look at that and you're pretty new as a consultant, that's super overwhelming unless somebody literally does it for you and sits down and has that conversation. So last year I did it with Katrina because she's my sponsor. And then I sat down finally 2 weeks after it started and did it myself. And I was like, I wonder how many of you guys maybe are missing something so simple just because you haven't done it before. So I figured I could maybe help fill in those blanks or show you what I did, and maybe it's a loophole for maybe you to realize how many points extra you can get, or a vision. So the biggest one is SFR, which is level 1, does not require any sponsoring, and it's okay. But I am curious if you ever plan on sponsoring the next 6 months, which is how long our incentive runs. If you don't plan on sponsoring, raise your hand so I know what points you're looking for. Okay. None of you raised your hand. Just kidding then. Just kidding. Okay. So that gives me a better idea of how to move y'all. So when it comes to points, okay. You already have people under you, Sarah. You're killing me. Yeah, Shonda. Okay. So most of you are already leaders. So with that being said, you don't require as many, with the first one, you don't require sponsoring points at all. The second one, you require 4,500 sponsoring points, and the third one's 8,000. That's intimidating. I'm not going to deny that. When we hit 10,000 last year in sponsoring points, I was like, I did what? Because I don't remember what happened, but I made a plan and most of it fell in place. So the first things that you have to remember is if you hit PRV 5 out of those 6 months, you're going to get 2,500 points for the whole 6 months worth. So I will tell you from last year's experience, unless you front load your calendar with like 6 parties in December, 1,000 PRV in December is very rare for a lot of people, because we get our cutoff date in December and it's usually between the 12th and the 15th, so that things are guaranteed to get there for Christmas. And then a lot of people just spend time with their families. A lot doesn't happen the last 2 weeks of the 2.5 weeks of December. So you have to mentally prepare for that and prepare your calendar accordingly for that. I had a hard time believing this until I experienced it last year. And then I was like, oh crap, now I understand. And unfortunately, you don't really get it until you've been through a December. So when I looked at that right away, I was like, okay, if I need 5 out of 6 months, I'm going to aim for 1,000 every month, benefit of the doubt. But in the back of my mind, December is if I don't hit 1,000, that's my under 1,000 thing. So that's where I'm already putting how I'm booking my calendar. I'm already starting to pre-plan. Now, if I hit it in all 6 months, I hit it all 6 months. That's just going to be a better paycheck for me. But that's where I mentally go, because I don't want to set myself up to fail. But at the same time, I don't want to give myself too much hope of what I've already seen history do. Next is rank. There's a difference between paid at title and paid at rank. So an example for myself is if I was paid at title, I'm a star director. As of today, I think I posted it today, I am paid as a director. We hit director numbers. So my rank this month is director right now. I can still go up, but every rank's different. So an example is, we'll use the lovely Shonda. Aha. So if Shonda's a star. If she promotes, she gets promoting points. If she gets paid as a star, she gets paid as a star. If she doesn't hit star numbers, she'll get the points for being paid as a lead or certified. If that happens, I'm gonna go check her for a temperature, because we all know Shonda's gonna get paid at title as a star. See, she's telling me. But so that's how you have to estimate it. So I made 2 different graphs on mine, and I shared this a little bit yesterday, but I made if I'm paid at director for all 6 months, it's 1,000 points a month, which is 6,000 points. If I'm paid as a star director all 6 months, it's 9,000 points. It's going to be a mix and match. So that's a difference of 3,000 points. So when looking at the incentive tab, paid as your rank. I'm just looking for it right here. Paid as your rank. So Kate right now does not have a rank. She is certified. So she doesn't get additional points for certified. Right? You're certified? Yes. Same with Heather, Tabby. Shonda is looking at star points, which is 300 points an additional per month that she hits star. Sarah's lead, she'd be hitting lead numbers, which is an additional 100 points. Tracy's certified, no additional points. Faith is a lead, additional 100 points per month if they hit their rank. If you promote, that's a lot of points. Promoting is huge in the point range. If you promote to certified during the incentive and you joined during the incentive, that's 1,000 points. Since I think all of you are at least certified. If you hit lead and you promote to lead, you get 1,500 points. Does not matter what month you hit it. So I'm going to pick on Heather. If Heather hit lead 2 months from now and consistently hit lead numbers after that, she'd hit 1,500 points for that month for her promotion. And then if she hit lead every month, she'd get additional 100 points each month of the incentive. So you don't get just, you get additional points as long as you hit your numbers. Let me look. I'm reading something quickly. So I'm going to tell you how I break mine down. I broke down what I do for my points, what I do for my PRV. Then I look at my front line. And this is, if you have a dream team list, this is where it would come in handy if you want to sponsor. But I break this down in a whole different section because it's a choice. Like if I get SFR, if I choose SFR as level 1, sponsoring points are still points. So if I don't end up hitting level 2, there's still a point. So it says 4,500 points. That's just a regular point when it comes to the first level 1. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe, kind of. Y'all can tell me no, I promise. So I look at only my front line for promotions for it's called promotions for frontline. And if there's not, and I'll tell you how I do it. I'll put 3 to 4 people I see as potentially certifying that maybe joined before the incentive. And we know those are 250 points. I'll look at every promotion after that. So I know Heather's not my front line. So I'm going to use you as an example again. If Heather was my front line, because you're on my screen, I'm sorry. if Heather's my front line, I'd put down Heather's name. And hypothetically, I see what Heather's doing. And I know she's certified. I think she's going to hit star. So I'm going to write lead plus star equals 2,000 points for you hitting those promotions. That's what I'm going to get for sponsoring points. So that's how that side of the sponsoring points work. Then I'll say I have Tabby, and Tabby is my front line, but I'm just saying, if like on my sheet, if I wrote Tabby, I would say lead equals 1,000 points. Then I know that I know how many points I'm looking at. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 people I think are going to hit some kind of rank change from my front line. That will give me about 4,500 sponsoring points. And that was before I even looked at the point value. Underneath that, and I'm going to try to hide everyone's name because I'm really terrible at it. But underneath that, I have listed 4 new teamies times 4 equals certified equals 4,000 points. I don't have a name for those people. These are people I'm hoping to sponsor between now and the end of January. I'm hoping they'll hit certified. So that's why we always train our people. Heck, I'm hoping if they join this month, they'll hit Shooting Star and get that kit for free because that's a kit I got. But that's that then would equal about 8,500 points. Right there between promotions for frontline. I have no promotions for myself listed there right now, but just promotions for frontline. And between the PRV and being paid at rank, I'm already at, for director numbers, if I were to get paid at rank and having 6,000 PRV, which is 1,000 each month, hypothetically, 2,300 points. And if it hit SD numbers, I'm at 2,600 points. This is all before just hitting 1,000 PRV and no personal promotion for myself. Now we know SFR is 1,800 points. So if hypothetically this plan, so to speak, worked, and we all know plans don't work, we have to adjust them and whatnot accordingly as the months change and as people change. But just from this plan alone, without doing more than 1,000 PRV, I'm already earning SFR, if not Alaskan Cruise for 1, with all the points I need in place for the amount of sponsoring and the regular points in general. Now, is this easy? No. Is this hard? No. It's looking at it from a puzzle standpoint and plug and playing, which can be confusing. But knowing the experience I had from last year and earning it and figuring out this system, I looked at this yesterday. Are there other aspects I'm probably not looking at? Probably. Are the PRV consistent? It's as a whole. It's a one-time shop, 2,500 points for PRV consistency because you have to hit 5 months. So here's the other thing. I learned this is how they did it last year. So say you hit your 1,000 this month, next month, you hit all the months except then December. When some people hit that December, they're getting their points on their 5th month when they hit the 1,000. And then if you don't, you have to wait till January when you hit your 1,000 to get yours. So it rolls out when you hit your 5th month of being consistent with the 1,000 PRV. And it only updates, the tracker only updates once a day. It's around 3 o'clock in the morning. So when you I hit this rank, I hit this, and someone promoted, you have to wait until the following day for it to populate on your calendar or on your incentive thing. So another one, hold on, go into the chat. with this month's Shooting Star promotion, they do they have their 15 days during this month? Yes. So they have, if they hit Shooting Star, if they sign up on the 31st of August, they still have 15 days to hit Shooting Star to earn that kit. That has been confirmed by home office. So that was one thing that we asked in the director chat. So, and that kit from personal experience is bomb. Just saying. What else you guys got? Who did I lose? That was more of my question. Who did I lose? So they just have to join this month and they have to hit, and their 15 days have to hit 500. Yep. And if they hit it in less time, even better. Because, I mean, if you can flip a party even, they most likely have their close to 500 by the time it's already flipped. Did I lose anybody? It is great. The only negative to earning it from personal experience is you don't get the PRV for it for the people who buy it. I'll say that. I didn't care what I knew what that meant back then anyways, to be honest. I had 2843 in sales and was crying to Katrina that I was not ready to do follow-ups. So I'm glad I earned it, but it was when you come out of the gate like that, you got to learn how to buckle down and go. Any questions about your incentive trackers? Any questions about if you want me to work on yours individually, look at yours, make scratches, because I know that a bunch of you didn't give yourself enough personal promotions. I mean, just saying. I mean, I can tell you looking at my screen who's going to hit certain promotions, but I guarantee you didn't put it down for yourself. You did? You put director on your Shonda? Good. And I guarantee, like, Heather's not ready to be a star by January. See? Kate's going to be at least a lead, and Faith is going to be at least a star. Yeah, she yelled at me. So, are you mad at me, Faith? Okay. So, if you don't have any questions, I want to keep this short.
You need to stay off the tickety talk.
Right. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop the recording.